Now, the tussle between the embattled Madina MP, Xavier Sosu, and the police appears to have taken an interesting twist. A video has emerged of the MP in which he is seen interacting with a group promising to personally lead a street protest where roads will be blocked to compel officials to fix bad roads in his constituency. The police are after him, seeking to arrest him for alleged unlawful blockade of roads and destruction of property. Watch this.
Listen to what I am saying. On the 25th, there will be a demonstration for the roads to be fixed. I will be the one to lead this demonstration. It will cover the whole area. We will block the roads for them to know that we are serious.
Well, the MP has issued a statement serving notice of dragging the police to court for violating his human rights and traumatizing him and his family. My colleague Kweku Asante joins me via Zoom with details of that statement. Kweku, what are the details of that statement issued by the MP?
All right, Ernest. So the statement responds to the arrest that the police wanted to carry out, and also the interdiction of his personal security man. And so let me read some of the paragraphs in this letter addressed to the public. It says, I want to place on record that this is the first time that the police service is disclosing the reason for their invitation and their attempted unlawful arrest. That any allegation of the police about my involvement in unlawful blockade of road and destruction of public property is false and an afterthought, carefully manufactured by the police to shift attention to the people from the key issues of bad roads raised in our protest. It continues to make the point that the sequence of events was carried by several media houses with live Facebook feeds, and the deputy members of parliament were all present. When the police invited me, I informed them that I was on my way to the ranking and deputy ranking members meeting in parliament. Okay. I also informed them that this is an arrest. If this is an arrest, it will be unlawful, particularly when they did not tell me the reasons for this arrest. Parliamentary immunity only came in because I was on my way to parliament. Then he continues to go to the specific issues regarding the interdiction of his personal police officer. Okay. But before that, he makes the point about the arrest that the police wanted to carry out at the church in Madina just last Sunday. He says this interdiction is unlawful, and his lawyers are going to look into that, and they're going to write to the police and ensure that this is reversed. But on the specific subject of the trauma he says he has suffered, he says that it is strange that the police will go to all this length to cause emotional and psychological trauma to a member of parliament and his family, only because the said member led a lawful protest with his people. And forget about the fact that recent violent crimes are up by 20% as of June 2021. The police administration is more interested in politicking than fighting crime. That is a shame and an indictment on the current IGP, an indictment on democracy. So essentially saying that he has not done anything unlawful, that if the police want to arrest him, they must use the means that have been properly laid out in parliament. And then before you go, a video has also come out of the member of parliament speaking to some people in the constituency, actually telling them that the police will not be able to arrest him because he does not intend to waive his parliamentary immunity. And until parliament gives them that right, that is not going to happen. And so the tussle between him and the police continues unabated for now.
Well, thank you very much for bringing us those details. Also on Zoom is Bansi Abubakar Abdul Mohammed, he's spokesperson for the Madina MP. Mr. Bansi, thank you very much for joining us here on Joy News Prime. The statement you issued was before that video Joy News has secured. Following your knowledge of what is contained in that video, how does the MP react to this?
Thank you so much, Ernest, and thank you to your listeners. Yes, I have seen the video, and I was present with the MP when it was recorded. In fact, the MP was saying exactly what we did on the 25th of October, that we were going to block the road with human traffic, just as it happens in all demonstrations that we've witnessed in this country. And so that was basically what he was talking about with some of his constituents who were disturbed and were angry about the poor state of the Ayimensa
You are saying
road.
that when the MP says they're going to block the road, he wasn't referring to the burning of tires and that human traffic?
Not at all. That's not what he meant. And in the video, he did not make mention of burning of tires. In fact, and on that day, when we embarked on the demonstration, we started the demonstration with the police. The police were actually on the grounds before the MP joined the procession. And when we started, the journalists were there. The MP actually picked an Obono FM reporter in his car at Ayimensa, and he drove with her through Kweyman Damfa and then joined the police who were already on the grounds at Otinibi Last Stop Canteen. And from there, they started the demonstration, and there was no point in time that the MP participated in the burning of tires or sanctioned people to burn tires or participated in the blocking of roads. In fact, the MP, together with the police, they escalated many situations and got the youth to stop blocking roads. Yes, some youth attempted to block the road with certain material, but the MP played an active role in getting them to stop the blockade.
But you're aware that according to the Public Order Act, if such things happen at a demonstration, the leader of the demonstration will be held responsible. And so why is the MP not availing himself to the police on these matters?
Well, if that is what we're saying, then a lot of people in government now and out of government would have been in jail. That is not true at all. The MP cannot be held responsible. In fact, if people indeed broke the law, we are surprised as to why the police did not pick up a single person. We had a lot of police personnel over there who could have arrested anyone they wanted to arrest. In fact, they picked up 3 people, but when our lawyers followed up to the police station to find out why they were picked, they were told that the 3 were picked, 1, for preventing the police from doing their work, and 2, they took part in a demonstration without informing the police. So clearly, at the point of arrest, the police...
There's a new frontier in Ethiopia's war.
Apologies for that break there in that interruption. Let's hear you, Bansi. Yeah.
If laws were broken, if there was destruction to public or private property, if roads were blocked, we are surprised as to why the police did not pick up a single individual who had broken the law. We were moving with the police right from Otinibi straight to Ayimensa, and in every protest we've seen where so many people participate, there's definitely going to be an obstruction of either, a complete obstruction, or part of the road is going to be obstructed. And that is what the MP meant. That is, we had a lot of people coming up. We had about 5 communities. We had Ayimensa, we had Kweyman, we had Damfa, we had Adotema, we had Otinibi. So many people. And the procession consisted of so many people. We covered, a distance of about 400 meters. And at some point, some cars could not move. We blocked the roads.
Okay. The MP says he will file an action against the police. When will that happen?
Yes, we are still preparing to take that action. We are still gathering our facts.
Okay.
As we have written to the police to serve us with the copy of the letter that supposedly is interdicting his personal bodyguard in clear disrespect of the Speaker of Parliament.
Very well. Very well. Thank you very much. That's Bansi Abdul Manan. He speaks for the Madina MP, Francis Xavier Sosu. The Ghana Police Service has said in the last few days been on the heels of the MP. An October 31, 2021 statement signed by the Director General of Public Affairs, ACP Kwesi Fori, said they have since the October 25 protest at Madina, led by the legislator, commenced investigations into, quote, certain alleged criminal acts that occurred. Now, some members of parliament have defended him after the speaker refused to release him to the police due to constitutional immunity.
Because speaker, that is disrespect to the speaker. Because he have given a directive, and then in the face of the directive, they went ahead against. It's like court. When court issue issues summon to people and then you don't follow it. It's a contempt of court. So it's a contempt of parliament. But that must be determined by what? Privileges Committee. So it might be cited and referred to the Privileges Committee.
But like any citizen of Ghana, there are processes to follow before anybody can be arrested. You cannot arrest any citizen without, for example, telling the person the reason for his arrest, his right to a lawyer, the fact that anything he says will be used against him or her at a law court. Again, if you want to arrest a member of parliament, the rules are so clear. You need to follow the laid down procedures before an MP can be invited by the police.